Is that?
All right, so welcome back here to Battlefield Live. You're watching probably one of the craziest streams that I've been a part of in a long, long time. Again, I'm Corey Dunn. I'm joined here by Daskro, a community member from Battlefield. I've had the chance to watch some really great YouTube videos that you've been producing lately. But for those that are at home, for some reason they don't know exactly, kind of go in depth about some of your history within Battlefield.
Sure. My name's Daskro. I've been playing Battlefield as an esport for the last 10 years now, all the way from Battlefield 942 to Battlefield 3. I do Battlefield esports commentaries. I also do gun comparison videos where I take guns in real life and compare them to their in-game counterparts to sort of compare and contrast how they are.
Right.
So I'm really excited about Battlefield 4, and this has been a really intense experience thus far.
Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the game right now as we can kind of take a look. And I know you've had the chance to kind of watch some of the different trailers that have been out there, and I know that you've kind of been walking around the event. How does it feel to finally see some type of form of a spectator mode? And as you look at the top, you've got your tabletop view, your first-person view, your third-person view, and your free cam. And within the free cam, you have 5 different presets that you can go to, so you can have those epic angles that we can look at. Then also in the tabletop view, you have the ability to select players in the overview map. You can sit there and just find the battle. How does that, as a community member, how does it make you feel?
These feel like all the core tools that we really need to make Battlefield the next big esport out there. To be able to catch all these moments, like we're watching right now. This guy drops down, he gets a great single kill, maybe get a double kill, get your pistol out, dude, and fire it out. Oh, come on, so close. Not enough, come on, dude. And the tank's right there. All of a sudden, I hope this guy, unfortunately he's running the medics, he's not going to be able to do anything with that tank. But being able to capture the moments just like these where anything can happen. And that's what I love about these kinds of tools. And we can capture it from not just a first-person perspective, but a third-person perspective, being able to see all the different angles in the action that goes along with it.
Look at this, the third-person view here. Since we broke out of the first-person view, we now have a scorecard, or a card that will be able to tell us all about this player, what he has in his hand currently, what's the attachments for those weapons.
Oh, yeah.
It even dives down even deep, what his kill-death ratio is currently. It just tells you so much information about each of these players, and it's just, I'm a huge fan. I've watched a lot of first-person shooters, all different types of games, and having the chance to see something like this in this whole, this is well done, even in a pre-alpha stage.
I love this information because we can see that Alpha 2 has 3 kills, no deaths as far as doing play weapons, but he's all out of ammo. Where's the support guy to help him out? Pick up a kit or something. Oh yeah, pick it up. But he's all out of ammo. We can see there's intense moments when he has to make the choice between whether switching from his main gun to his sidearm, throwing a grenade. We can have all this information available, and we know that he's doing okay for himself, holding that delta point real hard. But where's his ammo? Oh shit!
He's all sorts out of ammo. So we can take a look. You can see Alpha 2 now trying to bounce out of there.
Is he gonna knife him? Is he gonna knife him? Get with a knife kill.
Oh, sits him down. Nice pick up there. Able to flank on the backside. Hey, you said it. He has no ammo in his primary, no ammo in his secondary. Well, might as well go to the knife and be able to pick that up there. I mean, that was just some great stuff there.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of the other things though too. I mean, we talked about briefly about the spectator mode, but some of the gameplay elements. So I think you may have not known this yet. You can let me know at any point if this is new information or not. But they've now started with the idea of roadkill, as you can counterattack. So that knife kill, whenever he was coming in to pick up those dog tags, you can actually counterattack whenever they're coming at you.
I like that. There's a lot of people out there who love getting those knife kills. I love trolling people online with those knife kills, but giving the victim a chance to counter, I think is a great way to give someone a bit of a disincentive before just going for that knife kill. You have to think about it.
Oh, look at this. This looks like it's from a movie at this point. As you can see that fly. He had enough of it. I'm done with it. He's going to try to wall ride, and he bounces perfectly off, pops the chute in the right time, and he's bounced out of there. He said, I'm done.
I thought he would have splattered on the side of the building, but I love how
look at this perfect flank. He's going to come around here on the backside. Looks like he might be able to pick up one. He's just going to go and drop him quickly with that primary. And that was just a great moment in Battlefield. Just watching him, he saw the helicopter. He said, I had enough. He hops out, shoots at the right time, and then finishes off one of the players there on the opposition. This guy's playing extremely well.
He is.
Shout out to Alpha 13.
Alpha 13 doing pretty well himself. He's using another right. Nice
counter it, counter it. Oh, and he didn't get the chance to counter it.
Now, here's some really cool footage. I believe this is the C-130, or in the game it's called the C-190.
Right, it's the gunship.
It's shooting the artillery, just like in the Armored Kill DLC expansion in Battlefield 3. Is he going for some...
Oh, you're not doing that, no.
He's really trying to hit the enemy helicopters using the artillery. He is determined.
That's hilarious. One of the other great things, he's just barely missing there.
Close.
Now he's finally utilizing the gunship for the infantry here.
Yes, zooming in, seeing the enemy. Now, is he going to put some enemies down with the...
Yeah, so one of the things, though, too, to talk about on the competitive side, one of the things that you can see is he can also take advantage of it. I mean, the commander mode, hopping in, he can also get even better intel from utilizing this type of perspective as well.
Indeed, it's not just about one commander seeing all one perspective. It's about taking all that information from multiple players and bringing it together. The C-130 guy isn't just attacking the enemy. He is also providing critical intel. And this is some really cool stuff. You don't see this perspective. Now we're switching over to Alpha 1.
Yeah, so I mean, what we're seeing, like you've mentioned, it's taking advantage of a very smart commander knowing exactly how to distribute his pawns across the map.
Indeed, and right now U.S. is dominating China 734 to 546. Having the 4-cap here, now old 3-cap, is still important. It means that the U.S. commander has a whole lot more assets under his control. He has the Tomahawk missile, he has infantry scans. And each of these individual points are going to give that commander a different ability. And so even though that it may be easier to hold one point over the other, having that ability that you get from capturing that point, it may make all the difference for that commander.
Yeah, so now we're back over here with Alpha 13. Of course, he was one of those parachuters who jumped out and was able to pick up a flank kill. So we're back on board with him as he's in the Abrams, or the M1 Abrams.
That's right. He's doing pretty well for himself. He's got 13 kills, 2 deaths, a really nice KDR. But remember, KDR isn't everything here. It's about supporting your teammates. And I love how this tank is pushing up with the MRAP in front of him all the way to Delta Point. Hopefully he's able to do some damage.
So I have to ask you this question right here. We're not going to see it right here, but right at this point whenever he crossed, they've got now the bollards that come into play there. So for those of you that don't know, pull out your dictionary, look up bollard. It says a gate. No, it's not. Just kidding. It doesn't say a gate. But it's a blockade there for the bridge. And so that can come up, it retracts, or it comes out there, and it can block even a tank at this point. We saw earlier today where 2 tanks were ramming, saying, well, we can't get by. Well, if you just get out and push a button, you'd be okay.
Yeah, switching to Alpha 02, and he is looks like rocking the Assault. But this is really indicative of what the massive destruction is available in this game. It's not just static walls. You can blow up these walls and take cover and change it into open, exposed area.
The beautiful thing about Levolution, what it's been able to provide here for Battlefield 4. I mean, it changes the dynamic of the game. What was once cover is now an open angle to take advantage of. I mean, you can't look at everything as a negative. I mean, in all turns, you now have a new angle to kind of approach things. And so it changes sight lines. I mean, coming from a very competitive side of it, you now change the angle, you change the sight line. There's different perspectives that come in play. Because with some games, you get so stuck into this melancholy idea where it's da-da-da-da-da-da, and every map is exactly the same. What happens with Battlefield 4, what I'm seeing right now, is the change, the Levolution.
Yes, Alpha 02 with a great single kill, reload in his secondary. I think it's what's so cool about Levolution is that it's no longer about fixed lanes of attack. You can change the makeup of those lanes, and so these bottlenecks that we're so used to don't exist anymore.
Exactly.
In Battlefield 3 and Operation Metro, there are only a few lanes that you could push when playing in Metro, but wouldn't it be amazing if you could change those lanes in mid-battle from the actions that you take, so that you can use that to your advantage to cap those points and win the game.
Yeah, Alpha 02 playing pretty well so far, and now as we head over here towards the restaurant side, there's a couple of members that he needs to be on the lookout for. He spots one.
He sees one.
See if he might be able to pick up two. He has been spotted by one player over there on that roof side. He's going to be able to pick up another one so far.
Nice job, Alpha 02, going for that cap on Echo. And I'm actually really impressed that he's able to stay alive this long. Maybe he'll get to the
got some support right there as well.
I like this. He's just trying to hold on to it. They've grayed out Echo Point, and he is just doing an amazing job putting down a med pack. Trying real hard with that pistol, but I think he needs to be able to grab another kit so he can maintain his viability.
Can I say something right now? One of the things that that needs to be brought out here, and I've seen it happen a lot, is they need some support. There needs to be some ammo drops. Hey, Commander, I need some ammo drops.
Yes. Commander, help us out. And with VOIP, that should be something that we could see in the future. Going now to the free cam. I love the free cam here.
Beautiful.
We had a type of free cam in Battlefield 2. There were free cams out there in Battlefield 3 as well in the aftermarket world. But I love this free cam being able to move around and see. Look at all that dust. That's all the result of this building collapsing. It's
again another element to change the meta game that's involved here. I mean, it's the idea that. Okay, and this, if you're talking in a very competitive sense, this game we're going to try to approach this. But look at this battle that's going to go on right now. It's down to a 4-on-2. One's going to be coming around on the flank over there in the mid side, but he's going to be kind of all by himself. He actually has a teammate that's following him now. That's going to be a squad leader. But look out, he's going to be getting caught right in the middle. He's trying to go for the flank, and he gets taken down as all four members there for the U.S. team have stayed alive, and it looks like they're going to create a little powwow. Little picnic table out there. They're going to be good to go.
We have one Chinese boat moving around with all of that firepower. That firepower is lighting everyone up. But I hope those U.S. guys are going engineer and throwing rockets or towels, whatever it takes to take out that. Oh, and here he comes.
Look out.
Here comes the attack helicopter. Will he be able to take it out? Not turning around just yet. Hopefully he gets something done.
Yeah, so what we're seeing right now, great work. I mean, you've got a driver and a gunner that's really going to town now, and you've got a parachute that's going to drop in.
I like how one U.S. guy threw an errant grenade into the ocean and then hopes that it does anything. But it seems like he may get flanked. Oh, we're seeing a different perspective, though.
Yeah, seeing some of the better players that have been here in this game so far as things are winding down. I mean, we're talking about some individual battles that are happening within the entire match so far. But in the reality, the grand scope of things, the U.S. team is dominant. They've got 633 ticks. They're to 325. The Chinese, they've been struggling all throughout this game. This Bravo team. But it's been fun. So just kind of talking about the game in general, some of the little bit of the aspects. I love the sprint swim. That's a beautiful feature. Oh, there you go. There's your. See, now let's see if he turns around. See, you can see how there's now the poles, the bullard poles, that have come into play, and that's actually going to keep that tank from crossing by. So that actually is kind of counterintuitive for his teammates if they were going to try to backtrack any.
Yes, I like these different map-dependent abilities where you can take up those bollards, because then it not necessarily destroys an enemy tank, but it slows them down. And pacing is a quintessential element of the Battlefield experience. If you can put anti-tank mines down, you can slow down the enemy tanks and get a few more seconds, critical seconds, to hold a point, so maybe your commander can get a tomahawk.
Wow, what a shot.
Yes.
Giving some cover fire for his teammate, was able to pick up one. I mean, no, exactly what you were talking about is the key smart moments, the strategy that's involved. Whenever you're talking about the metagame of Battlefield 4, I mean, there's so many different elements, like the Bullard Patrol, like having the ability to sit there and have a destructible environment. Everything changes the game style, and it's great. I love watching it.
I love seeing this tank inside this parking garage. It seems real open, but there are so many little spots that the enemy engineers could be in and throw rockets his way. He has to be careful, and he's taking a bit of damage. Hopefully we see Alpha 04 helping him, maybe, or alternatively not. But they are now pushing, what's that, near Bravo Point, just trying to get a better angle.
Yeah, it's still sitting up here in Alpha right now. This is over there towards that residential area here on Siege.
Yes, he's just trying to survey the area, making sure there's no enemies. Guys, do not shoot each other. It's not in good form. But hey, being a helpful guy, giving the med pack to him, even though they shot him.
You got 100 health. Here you go, have a med pack.
Yeah, just in case the tomahawk gets nearby you. Well, you never know. I like seeing how Alpha 4 is already using a bunch of unlocks. He has the angled grip, laser pointer, and muzzle brake. and that's really cool to see. A little bit of ammo, but you'll notice that unlike previous Battlefield games, especially Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2, he does not have much ammo. It means that he has to rely on his support teammates to give him more ammunition as he plays the game.
So how much does it really make an impact whenever you're talking in terms of some of these team sizes? I know that in Battlefield 3, what we saw, the squad size was 4, and now we have 5.
Yes.
How do you believe that makes an impact now?
I think it brings more variety in terms of how much of an impact those squads can have on the game itself. It means that it's not just having maybe one medic, one recon, one assault, one engineer, but instead having a much larger makeup of it. And I think when you combine this with the new interface and the squad system, where you not only can see what your teammates or squad mates are seeing in game, but also be able to select them on that map, I think that makes all the difference in being able to have a much more enjoyable experience in the game.
So what are some of the things that you take away from what you've seen so far here with the Battlefield 4 here at E3? Is there any high notes that you really like that you've seen so far?
I'm really excited about the spectator mode. I think that it provides just the right tool sets that we need to showcase some of these larger-than-life battles that a lot of us experience this every day, and we only wish we could just capture those moments.
Right.
And now we can capture those moments, and it's not just about one or two people that have the hardware to record, but
exactly
everyone, because everyone experiences these moments, and that's what's so cool about the Battlefield game. And we're going to be able to see so much more of this in the future. I'm looking forward to that.
It's a pleasure having you on here, Daskro.
Thank you much.
Of course, I'll have the chance to be able to talk to you more and more. It's going to be some great stuff coming up. I mean, we've been in our bubble kind of all throughout the day. There's been some great stuff going on. We'll go and take a look here and see what Lisa has to say that's been going on with Battlefield 4.
The day has finally arrived. E3 2013, where we're showcasing the launch of Battlefield 4. This is where it all goes down, the EA booth. This is where all-out war will be happening, and everyone is already lining up to play Battlefield 4. So let's go talk to some anxious gamers. You flew all the way from Australia to play Battlefield 4. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. I mean, I'm looking really much forward to the Commander mode coming back. I saw that in the press conference and it kind of blew my mind, so I'm just like, I'm very excited.
Really looking forward to playing this one and seeing what it's like to play, and the online as well, because it's more people online, so the more people, the better it's going to be. You
can play on land, air, and sea. Where do you plan to go?
I'm not very good at using the vehicles, so I'll probably end up just staying around on the land and walking around and having a little explore as well, running around in circles, exploring the map.
I was just waiting for this game for a long time, and I'm just excited to see what it looks like on next gen.
I mean, I'm a big Battlefield 2 fan when it was out, so all that jet stunts and all that stuff, I'm really crazy. Looking forward to it.
You're about to play Battlefield 4 for the first time. Tell me, what is going through your mind?
Oh god, the 64-player online matches, they're gonna be insane. They're really giant maps. It's gonna be carnage. It's gonna be awesome.
So that's what you're really excited, looking most forward to?
Oh yes, definitely.
Are you going to be manning the land, sea, or air?
Probably the land. I do prefer the tank. I love blowing stuff up. It's gonna be awesome.
So I'm here with Luke, who just got done playing Battlefield 4. What are your thoughts?
I thought it was a really good game. I mean, the fact that they brought back the Commander feature was really cool. We haven't seen that since, I believe, Battlefield 2. They took that away in 3. And so it was a really fun game, like, ton of stuff going on everywhere. I mean, bunch of different tactical options. It's a really cool game.
What were your tactical options?
I decided to do the recon and the ammo class, and I thought they were both really interesting. I kind of like the recon class, play a little slower but a little more precise, and so it was really fun though. I mean, the map definitely allows like the players to meet more often than not, and it has a good flow to it.
That's nice because there's 64 people on the map.
Exactly. It doesn't feel like super crowded. There's enough space. In the recon, we had the point up at the top of the tower, so I parachuted off and found a building top, and then was able to take a couple of people out from up there.
Parachuting off a building. How was that?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, that's definitely been a great feature of all their games, is being able to take a vehicle or just jump off something and parachute.
That sounds great. I want to go play. I want to play it right now.
I mean, you might as well jump in line.
Great. Well, Luke, thank you so much for talking to me. Have a wonderful rest of your E3. Sport, where you can get your hands on the newest releases. And I just saw Exhibit over there playing Madden 25. So let's go catch him when he hops off so we can ask him a few questions about his impressions of the game. Exhibit, so you just got done playing Madden 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Yes, you were super excited. What team were you playing with?
I was playing with the Patriots.
And is that your favorite team that you always go with?
Well, until Los Angeles gets one, I guess, yeah, for now. The advanced play on this is going to be crazy, but I can't wait to get it in my own system and check it out at home.
Now, I'm just imagining this at your place on this massive screen.
Yeah.
How many inches are we looking at?
Well, I mean, actually, you know, I got a 60-inch in the living room, but we have a video game room that is just all the consoles, you know, all of my stuff is there, but I got 2 sets of everything because I got an 18-year-old, so my stuff I take care of differently than he takes care of his stuff. So we got to get 2 of everything. He likes to leave his games out of the packages and get them scratched, and I don't do that. My games are all in their right boxes. All my stuff is organized, fresh batteries and everything. It's totally different.
I want to go and play at your house.
It's good, it's good.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Enjoy the rest of your E3.
Thank you, I will. Peace.
I'm here with Leanne, producer on Need for Speed Rivals. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Can you tell us what the difference is between this one and Most Wanted?
So this is Need for Speed Rivals. It's all about the rivalry between the cops and the racers. So that's the biggest difference. Most Wanted didn't have that separation. So in Rivals, you can play the game as a cop or as a racer, depending on what you prefer. The progressions and the whole concept of the game between those two is different. So, and you can change at any time. So if you're playing as a racer and then you decide you want to play as a cop, you can change. And then our big innovation is all drive. So in Need for Speed Rivals, all drive is destroying the lines between single player and multiplayer. So it's all one world. So I could be in my world doing a single player race, and you could come in and just join me seamlessly, and we can just carry on doing the same race, or I can carry on doing that race and you can go off and do another race, but you're in my world with me.
How does that happen? How does that work where you're playing single player and multiplayer players can come in and integrate?
Because the game is always online, so you can choose to play the game offline if you want to, and you can still get the same all drive experience with AI, but obviously the best experience is online. That's when you get the full scope of all drive. So I'm just playing, I'm online, I'm in a world, and you can just join my world, and then we can interact or we can go off separately.
Great, well thank you Leanne so much for your time.